Greetings fellow Decepticons, Sandblaster1987 here with another Transformers Studio Series review. Today, for part 2 of my look at the Devastator / Constructicon set and part 1 of my Hook and Long Haul 2-pack review, I'll be looking at Hook. Now, I know I promised at the end of my Scrapper review a while back that the next Constructicon I cover would be Bone Crusher, but my pre-order of Hook and Long Haul came through before I could get my hands on Bone Crusher, so I've had to rearrange my plans a bit. After I'm finished with reviews of Hook and Long Haul separately, I will do Bone Crusher next, then Scavenger and Mixmaster, and then I'll do a separate video for the Devastator Combined mode. So, putting Long Haul and his trailer off to one side. For size comparison, here is Hook next to Studio Series 86 Scrapper, so you can see he's about the same size as Scrapper in terms of the length if you include the bucket on Scrapper, but obviously a bit bigger due to being a Commander class figure. And for another size of comparison, here he is next to Age of the Prime Solus Prime, the female member of the 13. As you can see with her being only a deluxe, she's a lot smaller. Very similar shades of purple though. So, in terms of functionality in vehicle mode, Hook rolls pretty smoothly on his 6 wheels, although not all of them want to touch the ground at any one time. There's a couple of 3mm ports on the side of his crane arm that the little hole on the side of his gun can plug into. Because of this sort of ammo plate piece in the way here, it's not so easy to use actual 5mm ports for Hook's gun in a way that allows the gun to face forwards for firing. But in addition to that, the crane arm is on a 5mm peg and can swivel 360 degrees around like so. It's also on a ratcheted joint so you can bend it upwards like so. And it's also slightly telescopic with the purple segment being a separate part so you can slide it outwards. This seems to be about as far as it can go, and there is a hinge to allow the hook to swing around. If we ever get a Bob the Builder crossover set with Constructicons retools, this would be a dead ringer for Lofty in my opinion. None of that's ever going to happen, of course. So, to transform Hook, what you want to do first is disconnect the assembly of the rear crane platform, shift it over to one side like so. Then what you want to do next is come to the underside, unpeg the silver panels like so, which will become a robot feet. You want to bring those down. Then what you want to do next is you want to bring the green section of the front out like so. Then accordion hinge these outwards like so. Bring the silver panels all the way down, opening out the feet as you do so, and lock everything into place. Then you can split the legs to enable independent movement. Next, what you want to do is you want to disconnect the entire rear assembly like so, and hinge it backwards a little, out of the way. If it'll come undone, bear with me 2 seconds. Untab that, bring it backwards like so. Then you want to unpeg the arms and bring them down. Disconnect the elbow joint so it works properly, and bring out the fists. A little bit stiff on my copy because they're still fresh out of the box, so please bear with me for any tolerance issues of the transformation with this and also the long haul video. Same on both sides. Give him his blaster, like so. Then once you've got everything situated correctly, you can fold these rear fender pieces down like so over the shoulders as per his usual configuration. And here we have Hook in his robot mode. I'll show off the size comparison for Hook and Long Haul's robot modes together in the Long Haul review next time. because I don't want to have to be transforming long haul repeatedly too many times, because obviously I'm doing these reviews back to back in a block, so obviously need to be mindful of filming times. Now this is a mistransformation toy accuracy configuration for Hook, but because of the transformation engineering required for the Devastator combination, he doesn't have the waist swivel required for a truly cartoon accurate variant. So the best you can really do is reverse the thigh swivel to make the lower cockpit piece visible on his leg there. That would be more cartoon accurate, but obviously that's going to interfere with articulation. So, articulation wise, Hook has got a ball jointed head, universal shoulders, a thigh swivel, a bicep swivel that's cut between the two front wheels on his, the two rear wheels on his shoulders, a almost double hinge elbow bend, an inward wrist hinge for transformation, but doesn't allow a wrist swivel like some other recent figures in the line. Nothing of a waist due to the way the engineering works for Devastator mode. Universal hips with a decent range of movement. Thigh swivel. Deep knee bend that goes to just under 90 degrees. Universal ankles including a forward and back pivot and a sideways tilt. For size comparison, here is Hook next to the Siege Megatron mold. This is the original Siege release. Since I don't own the SS86 Megatron just yet, this is the best I can do for Megatron comparisons with Constructicons of this time. As you can see, his robot mode is quite a bit smaller than Megatron. And I have to admit, Siege Megatron is one of my favourite voyages of the past few years. And here is Hook next to the Revenge of a Sith Black Series Darth Sidious figure from my previous reviews. He's become a standard size comparison on my channel at this point. So yes, that more or less concludes my review of Hook. I'll be showing off the Devastator combination sequence in a separate video once I've got all the Constructicon pieces together. So, with that said, I've been Sandblaster1987, thanks again for watching. My next video will be Long Haul from the same 2-pack. Till then, till all are one.